Peace. Quick live. Think fast. Man, as above, so below. As far as, you know, the teachings, just like how you go to school, in which the way they implement in school is not necessarily the way to do it, that 12 years, 6 hours a day type of bull crap. But in essence, though, it's meant for us to learn, starting off on a smaller level, and then work your way up, you know what I'm saying? And the same thing with, getting your way back to source and becoming, you know what I'm saying, on your ascension, you know what I'm saying? Say, for instance, first they start you off with letting you know it's 7 chakras, man. That's all you got, 7 chakras. And then you do further research, and then it's like, wait, hold on, I got a chakra in my knee, I got a spleen chakra, I got a dantian, a higher heart, you know what I'm saying, a higher crown. It's like, well, it's in levels. Just like starting off, when you get to kindergarten, they don't start you off by asking you to do long division, you know what I'm saying, and calculus, you know what I'm saying. Same thing spiritually, you know what I'm saying. You can't, there's levels to it. That's why once you start learning on your growth too, where most of these, ancient texts, you know what I'm saying, and more the early ones like the Bible and the Quran, that's more speaking on how to handle yourself more holistically as a human. And then as you get more into it, you realize that, all right, I'm not even really a human. I'm a vibration that's one with source. And these parables are, the breakdown of how my spirit works and the science of how to meditate. And, when they're talking about, Jesus, that's when you breathe and the Christ seed rise up your spine and go to the pineal and get baptized. And the Ida and the Pangala is the thief and the murderer that's personified on side of Jesus. And you know what I'm saying? It's levels, you know what I'm saying? So first you gotta be in church screaming hallelujah, or, be a Jehovah's Witness, or be whatever it is you may be, you know what I'm saying? And you start from there, and then you rise on up. Another thing too, like with becoming closer to God, you start off on a level where first you're gonna start off learning your indigenous culture, you know what I'm saying? Like one thing that, everybody got mixed up is that we all have at the end of the day, we got a common ancestry, you know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, and even if we didn't, you know what I'm saying, if you could treat a plant or animal with love, why you can't treat another human being with love, you know what I'm saying? But it is a fact though that the indigenous culture has been slaughtered, or been, it has been, they tried to exterminate the indigenous culture, from a lot of the melanated people on earth, you know what I'm saying? That's all cultures, because if you look around, you'll see that, whether you're in Asia, Africa, and Asia, Australia, places where you don't think that there are, dark melanated people, and they are in Russia, you know what I'm saying, but they're being discriminated against also. And that's one of the things, first off, you know what I'm saying, where people like, well, yeah, it's all about love, it shouldn't be. Oh yeah, it is all about love, but it's like school, you know what I'm saying. First we gotta fix our little human level things, you know what I'm saying, and then we grow up into, you know what I'm saying, and then once we get everybody aligned straight, where we got the stomach being the stomach and the heart being the heart, because right now we got lions walking around thinking they caterpillars, and butterflies thinking they, what I'm saying, trees, you know what I'm saying. Once everybody understand their common ancestry and their common culture, we could all get on the, get closer to that basis and understanding, knowing what's up. And then that's when you move to that next level of, all right, well, is, in which the one love and all that, starts from the beginning. That's why, Rastafari resonated with me, because it's one love from the beginning. But it's knowing and understand too, though, that somebody, and a lot of people been trying to hide our culture, all our culture, no matter if you don't claim it or not, it's still your culture. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got the records of you like really coming in the spaceship, lately and saying like, look, this is not my culture, but it is your culture. We all, matter of fact, even though our culture is, from space, but it's getting that indigenous understanding first. And then you move to the next level of like, all right, now we could scratch whether I was African descent or Cushite or Hebrew and this and that. Now we could start raising the vibration and we're all working on one accord, you know what I'm saying? And then now that everybody stopped lying, we working on one accord and we move to the next level, you know what I'm saying? Where we start traveling in soul families and, you know, and really understand that we're not humans and going to the next levels, learning our next lessons. Because another thing, how could you expect to travel on the astral planes? Do you think, you know, something with more power than you is gonna allow you to dwell on their plane, you know what I'm saying, when you're not living right, you know what I'm saying, point blank period. If you can't handle somebody that looks exactly like you, got arms, teeth, legs, you know, hair, you know what I'm saying, just like you, if you can't handle being on one accord with somebody that damn near look like you, then how you gonna handle, you know, being around different vibrations that are way different than you, and being around, you know what I'm saying, things that are different, being around a unicorn, being around, you know, a fucking Sasquatch, you know, how you gonna do that if you can't handle being on this plane, you know, with it? So it's like school, and you learn on levels. That's why I like the people, you know, they crawl out of the Christianity church, and what that stone do? This and that. Oh, what's a chakra? You know, and the next thing you know, they're meditating this and that, and now all of a sudden they understood that, you know, that all religions had a little bit of something right, but for the most part it's a control system, you know what I'm saying? And you grow out of, you know, you grow as levels to it, because if you watch all my YouTube videos, you'll see how at one point I was on a certain level thinking it was one way, and probably standing on my point, you know, where it's like, all right. But which for the most part, I always kind of stay loose with my information, but I know me also, like I know you kind of always if you don't watch yourself, you reach that little point thinking, all right, I know, you know, I got it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you got to catch yourself like, oh, no, it's still some more books I need to, you know, open up, things of that nature. But it is levels, and as above, so below. So just like going to school on a human level, you know what I'm saying? Our energy, you know, our soul is going to school in this matrix, learning different lessons, you know what I'm saying? And first you go to kindergarten, then you go on up to the next levels, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, like I say, you know, starting off, you're not going to get long division and calculus starting off, you know what I'm saying? You got to handle 7 chakras before you could understand that there's more chakras, you know? It's all, you know. Same thing with my stones. I had to catch myself, where I had to slow down with the level of stones I was carrying around. I had to, you know, learn the energies of my stones more individually before I started walking around with 1,000 of them, you know what I'm saying? In which I still have that love for them, but which I realized that, you know, that's something that resonates with me on a higher level, you know, my stones, you know. But and that's another thing, too. Just take your time, and there's levels to this, you know what I'm saying? It's schooling. You know, getting back to source. You know, the source of the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Getting back up there, graduating, ascending. Peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrates. Remember, y'all, you know, first it start off, you know, getting our culture back, you know what I'm saying? Because, yes, you know, you may be from Africa, Mexico, Canada, you know, Russia, you know, Asia. That's your last, you know, roots or whatever. But go deeper to past, you know, past Egypt, past Kush, you know, past Kemet, you know what I'm saying? Go, you know what I'm saying, where we all were melanated indigenous people, you know what I'm saying? Because that's something, too, that a lot of people, and that's another point I want to make, too, because we got to get that right, you know, on a level where, as indigenous people, we not standing on our soapbox like, yeah, we indigenous people, here's rural, but at the same time, realize, though, too, that this information has been hidden from us and is known, you know, now in this Aquarius age, it's known that our information, our culture, our statues, everything has been, you know, it's been hidden from us. Matter of fact, you could look in Vatican. Vatican has some of the most different statues and things that has nothing to do with Christianity probably in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, they you know, taking and hiding our stuff from us, you know what I'm saying? That's the work of God, you know, what they claim to be doing up there. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, so please understand that, when I speak on this level and when you hear the brethren and sisters speak, you know what I'm saying, with the, I say melanin because I feel like, like, say for instance, like from South America, Mexico, all that, that's all, we all black, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all melanin, even down to a white person, an albino black person, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all extension of some melanated person, you know what I'm saying? You just probably happen to speak Spanish, you just happen to speak Portuguese, you just happen to speak Italian, you happen to speak Russian, you happen to speak Japanese, you happen to speak Australian, Indian, but it's all melanated people, you know what I'm saying? And it's all, we all have an extension of the same ancestry, you know what I'm saying? And first it starts off there about keeping it real about that first, you know what I'm saying? Then it work, levels. But peace, happy now. Now is the vibrate. I'm singing lessons work. Peace.